This is the story of the Travels of Babar by Jean de Brunoff, who also did the illustrations. It was published by Random House. The Travels of Babar were translated from the French by Merle S. Hayes. Babar, the young king of the elephants, and his wife, Queen Celeste, have just left for their wedding trip in a balloon. "Goodbye, see you soon," cry the elephants as they watch the balloon rise and drift away. Arthur, Babar's little cousin, still waves his beret. Old Cornelius, who is chief over all the elephants while the king is away, anxiously sighs, "I do hope they won't have any accidents." The country of the elephants is now far away. The balloon glides noiselessly in the sky. Babar and Celeste admire the landscape below. What a beautiful journey! The air is balmy, the wind is gentle. There is the ocean, the big blue ocean. Blown out over the sea by the wind, the balloon is suddenly caught by a violent storm. Babar and Celeste tremble with fear and cling with all their might to the basket of the balloon. By extraordinary good fortune, just as the balloon is about to fall into the sea, a final puff of wind blows it on an island where it flattens out and collapses. "You aren't hurt, Celeste, are you?" Babar inquires anxiously. "No? Well then, look, we're saved." Leaving the wrecked balloon on the beach, Babar and Celeste pick up their belongings and go off to seek shelter. Having found a quiet spot, they take off their clothes. Celeste hangs them up to dry while Babar lights a good fire and prepares breakfast. Babar and Celeste settle themselves comfortably. They have set up their tent, and sitting on some large stones, they eat with relish an excellent rice broth, well sweetened and cooked to perfection. "We are not so badly off on this island," says Babar. After breakfast, while Babar explores the surrounding country, Celeste, left alone, falls sound asleep. Just then the inhabitants of the island, fierce and savage cannibals, suddenly discover her. "What kind of strange beast is this?" they say to one another. "We have never seen anything like it. Its meat must be very tender. Let's creep up quietly and catch it while it sleeps." The cannibals have succeeded in tying up Celeste with the clothesline on which the clothes were drying. Some dance with joy while others have great fun trying on the stolen garments. Celeste sighs sadly. She thinks soon she will be eaten. She does not yet see Babar, who returns just in time to save her. In the twinkling of an eye, Babar has unbound Celeste. They both hurl themselves on the cannibals. Some are wounded and others take flight. All are terrified. Only a few courageous ones still resist, but they are thinking, "These big animals certainly are terribly strong, and their hides are mighty tough." After having chased off the savages, Babar and Celeste rest themselves at the seashore. Suddenly, right in front of them, a whale comes to the surface and spouts. Babar gets up immediately and says, "Good morning, Mrs. Whale. I am Babar, king of the elephants, and here is my wife Celeste. We have had a balloon accident and have fallen here on this island. Could you help us to get away?" "I am delighted to make your acquaintance," answers the whale, "and I will be very happy if I can be of service to you. I am just leaving to visit my family in the Arctic Ocean. I will drop you wherever you like. Quick, get on my back and hold tight so you don't slip off. Are you ready? Get set. Let's go." A few days later, a little weary, they're resting on a reef. Just then a school of little fish swims by. "I'm going to eat up some of these," says the whale. "I'll be back in a minute." And she dives down into the sea after them. The whale has not come back. While eating the little fish, she completely forgot her new friends. She's a giddy, thoughtless creature. "We were better off on the cannibal island. What will become of us now?" weeps poor Celeste. Babar does his best to comfort her. After hours and hours spent on their little reef, and without even a drop of fresh water, they finally spy a ship passing quite near them. She is a big steamer with 3 funnels. Babar and Celeste call out and yell as loudly as they can, but no one hears them. They try signaling with their trunks and with their arms. Oh, will they attract someone's attention? They have been seen. A lifeboat rescues them while the excited passengers all watch. A week later, the huge ship steams into a big harbor. All the passengers go down the gangplank. Babar and Celeste would like to follow too, but they're not allowed to. They have lost their crowns during the storm, so no one will believe they are actually king and queen of the elephants, and the captain of the ship orders them locked in the ship's stables. "They give us straw to sleep on," cries Babar angrily. "We are fed hay as though we were donkeys. The door is locked. I've had enough of this. I'm going to smash everything." "Oh, be quiet, I beg you," says Celeste. "I hear someone. It is the captain coming into the stable. Let's be good so he'll let us out." "Here are my elephants," says the captain to a famous animal trainer, Fernando, who is with him. "I cannot keep them on my ship. I give them to you for your circus." Fernando thanks the captain and leads away his 2 new pupils. "Be patient, Babar," whispers Celeste. "We will not remain long with this circus. We will get back to our native land again somehow and see Cornelius and little Arthur." Now, just at this time, back in the elephants' country, little Arthur has had a mischievous idea. While Retaxus the rhinoceros was having a quiet siesta, Arthur tied a big firecracker to his tail without waking him. The firecracker explodes with a terrific bang, and Retaxus leaps up into the air. Arthur the scamp laughs until he very nearly chokes. It is really a very mean trick. Retaxus is furious. Cornelius, very worried, goes to find him and says, "Oh, my dear fellow, I am so sorry. Arthur will be severely punished. He begs for your forgiveness." "Get away, old Cornelius," grumbles Retaxus. Don't speak to me of that scoundrel, Arthur. You elephants may think you have made fun of me, but just you wait. You'll soon see." "What will he do?" wonders Cornelius. "I feel very uneasy. He is revengeful and mean. Ah, if only Babar were here." But Babar is now far away, playing the trumpet while Celeste dances in Fernando's circus. One day the circus comes to the town where Babar, when he was young, had met his friend the old lady. So at night, while Fernando is in bed, Babar and Celeste escape to go find her, for he has not forgotten her. Babar finds the house easily and rings the bell. The old lady awakes, puts on her wrapper, steps out onto her balcony and calls, "Who's there?" "Babar and Celeste," they answer her. The old lady is overjoyed. She's really believed she would never see them again. Babar and Celeste are happy too, for they will never have to go back to the circus. Soon they will be able to rejoin Arthur and Cornelius. The old lady has promised to help them. The old lady lends Celeste a nightgown and provides Babar with a pair of pajamas. They have just awakened after a sound sleep. Now they are having breakfast in bed, for they are still quite tired after all their adventures. At the circus, their escape has just been discovered. "Stop, thief! My elephants have been stolen!" cries the excited Fernando. "Little ones, oh little ones, where are you hiding?" the clowns repeat, looking everywhere for them. Babar and Celeste will not be caught again. Here they are on their way to the station with the old lady. They need a few days' rest before returning to their own land, so the three of them are going to the mountains to enjoy the fresh air and try a little skiing. Now Babar and Celeste have packed away their skis and said goodbye to the mountains. They are leaving by plane to return home. The old lady accompanies them. Babar has invited her, as he is anxious to show her his beautiful country and the great forest where one always hears the birds singing. They have landed, and the airplane has gone back. Babar and Celeste are speechless with the surprise. Where are Cornelius, Arthur, and the other elephants? A few broken trees? Is that all that's left of the great forest? There are no more flowers, no more birds. Babar and Celeste are very sad and weep to see their ruined country. The old lady understands their grief. "What is going on here?" inquires Babar, who has found the other elephants at last. "Alas," replies Cornelius, "the rhinoceroses have declared war on us. They came led by Rataxis, who wanted to catch Arthur and make mincemeat of him. We tried bravely to protect the little fellow, but the rhinoceroses were too strong for us. We do not know how to drive them off." "This is indeed bad news," said Babar. "But let's not give up." But real war is not a joke, and many of the elephants have been wounded. Celeste and the old lady take care of them with great devotion. The old lady is especially good at this, as she used to be a trained nurse. Babar and some of the soldiers have recovered and gone back to the front with Cornelius to join the elephant army. The rhinoceroses are preparing to attack. A big battle will soon begin. Here's the camp of the rhinoceroses. The soldiers are awaiting orders and think, "We will once again defeat the elephants. Then the war will be over, and we can all go home." Spiteful old Retaxas maliciously says to his friend General Pamir, "Ha ha ha! Pretty soon we will tweak the ears of this young King Babar and punish that rascal Arthur." Here in the camp of the elephants, they have all found new courage. And now Babar has a bright idea. He disguises the biggest soldiers, painting their tails bright red, and near their tails on either side he paints large, frightening eyes. Arthur sets to work making wigs. He works as hard as he can, so he'll be forgiven for causing all this trouble. The day of the battle, just at the right moment, the disguised elephants come out of hiding, and Babar's bright idea succeeds. The rhinoceroses think they are monsters, and terrified, they retreat in great disorder. King Babar is a mighty fine general. The rhinoceroses have fled and are still running. Pamir and Retaxas are prisoners and hang their heads in shame. What a glorious day for the elephants! In chorus they all cry, "Bravo, Babar! Bravo! Victory! Victory! The war is over! How perfectly splendid!" The next day, before all the elephants, Babar and Celeste, having put on their royal garments and their new crowns, reward the old lady who has been so good to them and has cared so well for the wounded. They give her 11 singing canaries and a cunning little monkey. After the ceremony, Babar, Celeste, and the old lady sit and chat under the palm trees. "And what are we going to do next?" asks the old lady. "I am going to try and rule my kingdom wisely," answers Babar, "and if you will remain with us, you can help make my subjects happy." And that's the story of the Travels of Babar by Jean de Brunoff, with illustrations by Jean de Brunoff. This was published by Random House Publishers.